Alright guys, this video is not F-150 related, but I want to show you guys what's going on. So right now I'm working on this room for the baby. This is going to be the baby's room. Right now it's painted pink. We don't know if it's going to be a boy or a girl. This is just the color that the wife wanted to paint the room when we got the house. I don't know if it's showing up on camera, but this is like a pink color. So something I kind of learned is don't let your old lady pick the colors when you buy your house, because she painted all our rooms a crazy color. She painted this room pink. She painted our bedroom like teal green, and I was like, no, you can't pick these colors, and she got mad and ended up giving in and letting her pick the colors. And once she did that, nobody was happy, not me or her, and we had to go over everything and paint everything again. And this is one of the rooms that we did not paint over. We just left it pink, and I just kind of lived with it. But so far what I've done in here is took off all the old trim. I should have did a real before picture, but it had all that old trim that's real skinny old trim, and took all that stuff off. And all the casing around the doors also had that real skinny casing around the doors. And I ripped all that stuff off too. And also the window wasn't framed very well. It just had drywall around the window and a little window sill down here. And I took all that stuff off too, because I'll do a picture frame around the window, and that's how the other bedrooms are in the house. I'll show you how those turned out. But that's what I've been working on. We'll probably do a ceiling fan, put a new vent in. All these holes on the wall, there was a shelf on here, some IKEA crap shelf, and we took that off because IKEA is not really the best furniture. But also too, I gotta get a new door because the door, it was all stripped out on the bottom, so I'm just gonna get a new one, or I probably won't mess around with fixing it. But that's what I've been working on. I want to show you how it's gonna turn out. This is our bedroom. Check that out. There's a photo of us. I got that as a wedding present. So that's me and Donna. But anyway, this is how it's going to turn out. It's going to be a picture frame window. And all these rooms have been done like this. So I can't really show you how it looked before. Typical of me, I don't really do befores. I usually just show the results. But anyway, the casing is going to be this colonial style casing. It's a lot taller of a casing. I'm not real good at painting. I'm okay, but one little shortcut that I do with all my painting is I just paint the whole ceiling, and that way I don't have to do as much cutting. And I paint all this trim separate so I don't have to cut. So I'll come in and I'll paint the walls. I'll paint the walls first, and then I'll paint the trim off the walls, and then I'll do all the cutting and everything for the trim. And then I'll hang it all up, and I won't have to do all the cutting, and I'll get a perfect paint line. You know, I'll get like a perfect paint line where the trim meets the wall. So no cutting with the brush. But anyway, this is what I'm gonna do. As you see, it looks pretty good. Now this one I did before the other one, and it doesn't look quite as good. It's okay. It looks good enough. But the other room, the second room that I did with the picture frame window, turned out a lot better. This is our TV. We got this like hanging here. There's no wires. Whenever you do a TV, you got to do it no wires. This is on this like crazy mount where it can pivot and move, and it can come all the way out, like be pulled out and everything. And then the details matter, you know. The vents have to be removed. Those old 1950s vents that have been painted over 1,000 times. Those get removed and replaced with these new ones. They're just cheap vents from Home Depot. Also, I changed out all the fixtures so they match. Gray fixtures, all new, like you see, all new trim and all new fixtures, sockets. Again, all the sockets get changed so they all match and they all look nice. In here, in here, you can see it turned out better because this room I did after, and I got a little bit better at doing it because I had a little bit more experience. But again, all new casing around the doors. Instead of that skinny casing, this casing is a lot thicker. A lot thicker. It looks nicer. All new paint. We just painted it all gray. And the ceiling is gray too. Little TV just sitting on the dresser. Again, all the switches get changed out to be nice. They're gray too to match, and they're very crisp. You know, when you flip them, very crisp. You don't want those old switches. Like, look at this. Here's an old switch. It's all, for whatever reason, all switches back in the day used to be brown, not crisp at all when you hit the switch. But all new switches. And then here's the picture frame window. I think it looks a lot better than just having just a little ledge hanging there. A little ledge. You know, the picture frame window, in my opinion, looks a lot better. Turned out real nice in here, as you see. Very good attention to detail. This little bit here that's showing is the reveal, and it's pretty much set up perfect around the whole window. Looks absolutely perfect, all caulked in, and just looks really good. It gives you a really nice place too to put your blinds, because usually when you hang up these blinds and you just have drywall around the window, it's not really the proper like window seal or window frame. So when you pull your cord, you like want to rip off your entire blinds, because you got to either get longer screws to go through all that drywall, and that's not usually what comes with your blinds. But I have this window frame that basically, this window jamb is what I want to call it. This window jamb right here is built when I do this install. So I have to do that around the other windows, put in a new jamb and attach this framing, this casing, I want to say, casing around the window attached to this jamb. And it gives you a really good place to insert your screws for your blinds, and your blinds just end up going in a lot better and a lot cleaner. So that worked out real nice. I think I might have had to trim one of these blinds a little bit because it didn't fit right, but I can't tell. But yeah, it turns out a lot better with the framed window. Again, around the door, around the closets, casing turns out real nice around the closets. Should open it. It's probably messy in there. Again, vents. All the vents get changed out and replaced. I need to have them cleaned though. They're a little bit dusty. But yeah, pretty cool, huh? So that's the project I'm working on, and I'm going to finish this room up just like that. Here's my first project that I've ever done in this house. Our bathroom. First time I ever done any of this kind of home improvement type of stuff. And what I did in here is we ripped out the original sink, we ripped out the toilet, we pulled out all the walls, all of the walls, all the drywall got removed. Before, there was like this big like thing right here that blocked the top of the shower for some reason. I don't know why they did that. And then we pulled out, well, obviously ripped up the floors, and we pulled the tub out of the house. We ripped the tub out and we moved in. And once we did that, we ripped out all the tile that was in here. We basically ripped everything out of here, down to the studs, down to nothing. It was just, I think we left the concrete. There was concrete flooring. That's how they used to do those little tiles, those little square tiles. They used to literally lay them in concrete. So that is still under this. The concrete slab is still under this. So what I did after that, I came in and I put in a marble floor. This is a real marble floor, by the way. And this is my first time ever laying tile. And it turned out okay, but it's a little bit like, if you run around the edges, it's a little bit of a lip on some of these. But it was my first time. It still turned out okay. It's real tile. I think I could hone it down and polish it back up. I don't know. But it was my first time, so whatever. Then we went and got this from Menards. This is a granite countertop, and got these fixtures here from Home Depot. It's just one of those things you just go in there and get the cheapest ones, cheapest nickel metal, nickel whatever. Then we got these, I think, from Menards. Again, just nickel. These aren't cheap actually. These are most expensive. And then we came in. We did all new electrical, GFI, GF whatever, CI, water. If you spill the water on it, it'll trip. And then everything in here is GFI protected. The fan, I installed that fan. There was a fan, but it was in here, but it was too weak. So I put this fan in. This is a 6-inch exhaust fan. And the fans have to be GFI protected. So if you turn on the fan, then right, the fan is somehow GFI protected. If you press that button. So if you get water in the fan, that by code has to be GFI protected, along with everything else in here, because there is a light in the shower. There's technically supposed to be some covering over that light, like a something or another to keep your hand. Say you're taking a shower and you go bang and get your hand in there and get electrocuted, but there's no cover there. It's supposed to be there, but it is GFI protected at least. So you hit reset, and everything in here is GFI protected, 20 amps. What gauge wire is that? 12 gauge wire. That's 12 gauge wire running up 20 amps on its own breaker. And that's how it has to be when you're doing a bathroom, and everything's going to be loaded on one thing. It's going to have its own breaker inside of the panel. So it's got its own 20 amp breaker. This whole room does. So the old lady can plug up all her hair stuff in here, and there's no shortage of power. These mirrors we got for free from Uncle Shanti. He got us these. So I was running a little bit low on money. Couldn't afford no mirrors, so he came and got us these. And I think he actually got me this toilet too. First time I ever installed a toilet, and it's still here years later. And of course, my floor was all rocky, so whenever you sat down, the toilet could get a little rocky. But what I did is I put like some plastic shims underneath the toilet, but it's underneath the caulk. Whoa, looks like the caulk is cracked. Just noticed that, but I don't think anyone else will notice, except for the ones who see this video. But yeah, there's like some shims back there, but you can't see them because they're underneath. But as you see, it is this fancy like electronic flushing mechanism thing. But again, picture frame window. This is my first time doing picture frame window, and you can tell it's my first time because you can see every nail that I nailed in. Framed up real nice, obviously framed and jammed. Window jam, window frame. You know, it's not gonna just fall off if you pull the cord. Pretty cool. Look at that grass. Looks kind of screwed up because it's kind of dead, but turned out nice. But that's what we're gonna do. This is my first project ever. All new stuff was done. It's been a couple years. Nothing's had any issues, but if I were to do this again, it'd turn out a lot better than it did turn out. But this is going to turn out real nice. It'll probably be the best room as far as the work that I've done in the house, because I have a little bit more experience with the stuff than I did when I was first doing stuff. But it'll turn out real nice. And our floors, they're a little dusty now, but these floors are nice. They've been like redone, sanded, and stained. These floors have a little more traffic than the rest of the house, but the floors in this room have like almost no traffic since the floors were done. So that'll be nice. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. That is what I'm up to, and hopefully I'll get this done within the next week. No lady can quit bugging me about getting it done. Anyway, that's just a quick update of what I've been up to. There's a shot of old F-150 in front of the house. Have a good day, and see you guys soon.